What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? It's your boy Big the Ice Cream Man, checking in live and direct from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Man, I'm feeling two types of ways today, man. I'm happy because it's the new year. I got a lot of goals I want to achieve. I want to start out by saying this is my first time going live on YouTube. I'm feeling pretty excited about that, but I'm coming to y'all with some sad news, man. As we already know, we had two terrorist attacks on America soil here. First one coming in on the new year, Bourbon Street, New Orleans. Popular place to be at on New Year's Eve, bringing in the new year. I've been there, celebrated quite a few different times of my life. Let me go ahead and get down to the story, man. New Year's Eve, coming into the new year, 2025, when people out in New Orleans, walking around, celebrating, living their life like it's golden. We had a 42-year-old Army veteran. This motherfucker right here. 42-year-old Yassine Din Jabbar from Beaumont, Texas. He intentionally plowed his white pickup truck into a crowd of people. As I said before, for the ones who have never been on Bourbon Street, it's a very narrow road. I really don't see how this man could have done a lot more damage than what he did. Killing 14, injuring many more. I'm going to give y'all a rundown of what happened. This man here jumped the curb and hit the acceleration and just mowed down many of people. After he got finished mowing down the people, he decided to get out of his truck, armed with from what I was told, a pistol, and began firing on the citizens around him. I can't even imagine that, being out, enjoying myself, living my life like it's golden, not trying to leave the worries that I have behind in 2024, focusing on a new year, thinking that everything is great. But I got this guy rolling down the street, killing innocent victims. I'm gonna go ahead and get into some of the victims, man, that this man killed, man. We got Tiger. Some of these people, I'm gonna put some respect on their name. I don't know how to say a lot of their last names, so we're gonna show some love to Tiger. He was a former Princeton football player. We got Nicole Perez, single mother, son, 4 years old. I feel so sorry for the young man. 4 years old, lost his mama. Now this one right here kind of hit me a little different right here. Cheyenne, 18 years old, was about to go and start nursing school. This young lady was about to live her dream 2 weeks from today. And what really make this hit hard for me is because she's actually from Gulfport. If anybody who know me, I was born and raised in Moss Point, Mississippi. And that's really like not even far from my hometown, 30, 40 minutes away from my hometown, man. God rest this young lady's soul. Next, we got Herbert young man living his life like it's golden. Didn't have a chance to see what the new year had to offer for him. Matthew, there go Matthew, man. Show some love to Matthew. Rest in peace, bro. Thinking you out having a good time, having a few drinks, kicking it. Life snatched away from you, bro. Next, we got Kareem. Kareem was a young man who graduated from Alabama, living his life like it's golden, as I said. Life taken away from him. Reggie Hunter. Now, this man, Reggie Hunter, he wasn't even supposed to be down there. He was down there with some family, his first cousin. He didn't really want to go down there and kick it. His cousin talked him into going, got his life taken from him. Drew, shout out to Drew. May he rest in peace. We got the OG right here, Mr. Terry, Mr. Terrence Kennedy, go by the name Terry, 61 years old. They say he was a Saints fan, a Pittsburgh fan, and a Kansas City fan from New Orleans, killed in his own hometown. Man, getting back to this killer, I'm going to tell y'all what I found out on the news. I found out that this man had been putting out on social media that he has been inspired by ISIS. By looking at him, I would expect him to be, he looks like an African-American man to me. I remember growing up hearing black folks don't do this. Black folks don't do that. We can't say that no more, y'all. I wouldn't have never thought that I would see an African-American aligning himself with ISIS. ISIS, y'all. This man here was inspired, so he's been inspired to kill by ISIS. But let me give y'all something very much more disturbing than that, what I found out. I found out that this man intentions was to gather his family around for a get-together, you know, enjoying the holidays. Christmas was last week, New Year coming in. This man was about to invite his family over and knock off his whole entire family. But for some reason, he decided not to do that. And he went and took it out on innocent people. Not saying that his family wasn't innocent, but he went out and just created terror all across the city of New Orleans. Reason why I say all across the New Orleans, because later on, earlier, before he did the situation with the truck, he was actually placing bombs inside of at least 2 coolers. They got him on camera doing that, man. Crazy. Like I said, man, I want to send my condolences to all the people who was injured, the ones who were actually shot by this man. He was ultimately taken down by police officers after he shot a couple of them. Hope so. I want to send some respect and love out to the police officers as well. Hope they continue to heal, and I want to pray for them and their family. Sad situation what we got on here. But later, the next day in Vegas, we had this right here. You know, have y'all ever seen those Tesla trucks ride around your neighborhood? I've been seeing them quite a few times. Every time you see them, they kind of catch your eye. I don't know what the big deal is, of having these trucks? What's the advantages? I don't know. But that picture right there where you see, it was driven, as you can see. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I'm pretty sure y'all all know the story. But anyway, this man right here, Matthew Levensberger. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but fuck him. I ain't gonna put no respect on his name because of what he done did. But anyway, 37 years old, Army veteran. Actually, not veteran. He was still in the military, active duty. He's supposed to be some Green Beret and all that other kind of stuff. But anyway, this man drove. They actually got him on video driving up into the Trump International Hotel in Vegas. And like where you pull your truck up at, and you got the bellboys out there, you got the people coming and getting your luggage or your car or whatever. I don't stay in top of the line hotels like that, so I don't really know what the area is called. But anyway, instead of giving the keys to the valet or people taking his bags or whatever, what he decided to do is pull up with in his Tesla with, from what I heard, fireworks, gas canisters. If you can look real closely, you can kind of see that he got some kind of stuff back there, but you can't really see it on that particular picture right there. But anyway, when he set the truck on fire, thinking that it was going to blow up immediately, I believe this motherfucker panicked and got scared and said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to blow the fucking brains out. And that's what the fuck he did. He blew his fucking brains out. Now, fortunately, he was the only motherfucker that killed himself. He went out in such a suckerish way, in my opinion. I don't condone any kind of suicide or whatever, but I feel like if he wanted to do something, I don't want to make it seem like I'm condoning violence or whatever, but he could have did a lot better than what the fuck he did. But he ended up killing himself. Fortunately, there were some injuries, but nothing too life-threatening from the people who was around the situation. They probably got, injured from debris flying all over the place. But luckily, there was no deaths other than his, which I believe he do deserve. But the moral of the story is that's these two guys right here. Is a conspiracy out that these guys knew each other. Like I said, both of them was in the Army. Well, Matthew was still in the Army, but Jabbar, the man on the right, the New Orleans terrorist, he was out doing some kind of financial consulting work, even working as from what I heard, in real estate, something like that. But they trying to figure out that these guys really know each other. Did they have any kind of connection with each other? Because so far, the cars that these guys was riding in, they was both rented from the same place, which is called Turo. The pickup truck and the Tesla was both rented at the same place. They're also saying that they both served on Fort Bragg. Now, me being a Navy veteran, I don't know too much about the Army, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe Fort Bragg is one of the biggest Army bases that we have here in America. So both of them were stationed at Fort Bragg at the same particular time. The Las Vegas Tesla guy, he was actually over in Afghanistan at the same time when Jabbar was. So they're trying to figure out that these guys know each other. Did they have some kind of connection with each other? Was this planned amongst the two of them? I don't know. It sounds pretty suspicious to me. I will put some money on it that they knew each other. That's one hell of a coincidence right there. Hours apart, and you're doing something like this right here. Pretty scary to me. But looking at this story, I started thinking about the things that we're going through in this country. People on the lookout of this mass deportation thing that Trump planned on doing when he get into office. That's going to be a whole nother show that I'm going to get more in depth with. But anyway, what was my point? I was just saying I'm going back and forth. I'm thinking of other ideas I want to talk about. But anyway, man, I had a good point. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, very sorry. I'm just kind of nervous because I'm live right now for the first time ever. But anyway, people trying to figure out there's connection. My point is that I was getting to, I just thought of it. With this mass deportation thing that we got going on coming up here soon, it's kind of funny to me that the people who are kicking up to this are and creating havoc here in America are American-born people. Now, me being a veteran, it's horrible when you have a foreign terrorist, but it hits different when you have a homegrown terrorist. That's why there's so many different ideologies out here, man, brainwashing and stuff going on. You can't look at race anymore. As I said earlier in this video, I was talking about, growing up, you hear me being a black man, you hear black folks don't do this, black folks don't do that. With all these different ideologies out here, man, anybody can be convinced to do something crazy that they wouldn't normally do. Like I said, make me even think about the guys who allegedly, quote unquote, killed or shot and tried to kill President Trump. I personally believe that one of them was real and the other one was fake. But like I said, I'm gonna get more into that on a different show. I just wanted to show some love to these people in New Orleans who passed and show some acknowledgement to what happened also in Vegas. Well, that's all I got for y'all, man. This is my first time going live on YouTube. Let's run these numbers up. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Superstar Podcast. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's run those numbers up. I'm out. Peace.